Hello Leo, hello Sagittarius, Elsie here on the fire sign day. Apparently I planned them both on the same day. I planned all three fire signs on the same day, I guess. So how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the ways that you love me, that you've been loving me in the comments. Thank you for your views and your subscribes and your shares on the videos. I appreciate you so much. And we are going to read today with some oracle cards first. We're going to start with the Soul's Journey Oracle, and then the Animal Oracle, and then we've got the Divine Goddess Oracle deck. So we will do that. Let's take a look here. Oh yes, I shall be reading for Leo first. It is Leo season after all. So Sagittarius, I'll see you in just a minute. All right, Leo, just us and the cross watchers. All right, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo in the week ahead, please. Leo, whenever you find this read, it's always going to be for the week ahead. All right. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo for the week ahead, please. What do we need to know about Leo? What's the most important thing that you want Leo to know about the week ahead, please? Okay. Couple there. We have surrender. I can release my need to control. Really? Can you, Leo? Can you? Are you surrendering? It would be beautiful if you did. I'm just saying. We've got freedom. It is a beautiful freedom to surrender. It totally is. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yes, slow clap for you. Look at that, Leo. I love it. I can release my need to control. Yeah. You're free to create your own happiness. You know what you do? You're breaking down barriers, I feel. It almost feels as though you've lived your life with people telling you who to be, what you are, who you are. It feels like you've always done the things of tradition because my Mima said so, because my Nana said so, my grandma said so. It feels like it's you're breaking free from some sort of self-imposed chains. Like you just wanted to do the things that were impressive to your parents, and we all do, right? Or whatever it is that we're chasing in terms of validation might not be apparent for you. But I feel like we've got, you've finally realized that you do have autonomy. Yeah. You do have autonomy. You can do whatever you want. It is your life to live. And you have realized in this surrender, which I think is so beautiful, that you do have the power to make decisions whether they make other people happy or not, because you have decided to create your own happiness. I like it. I'm all about anybody who takes their own reins. I am. All right, we've got the cat spirit. It says, claim your independence. You're breaking away, Leo. I love it. You're breaking away from some sort of thing that that was invisible. I want to say that it was like an invisible cage that you were in. It feels like you were expected to act a certain way, and you tried acting that certain way your whole life, and like whoever you wanted to see you acting that way doesn't care anyway. And you're like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm not doing this stuff for other people anymore. I'm now doing it for me. I love it. Card number 13, claim your independence. Close the doors that you need to close. Card number 13 is the death card. And so you need to just close the doors that you need to close. You need to be who you are, man, and you need to stop hiding it. Yeah. I just feel like you're somebody who is very spiritual. I feel like you feel very different from everybody else, and we all should feel like individuals, but it feels like you feel you don't fit in anywhere. And so you're like, fine. that I'm just going to be who I'm going to be because I'm tired of people telling me who I'm supposed to be. Bottom of the deck here has happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. You're tired of fighting the current. You don't want to swim upstream anymore. I love it. You don't want to fight upstream anymore. You don't want to swim that way because it's not getting you anywhere. You know, doing the things that other people want you to do gets them what they want. It doesn't get you what you want. We've got be here now, the hummingbird spirit. It is beautiful how the hummingbird is there all the time, right? Because their wings go so quickly you can't even see the wings because they move so quickly. But the hummingbird spirit, be here and now, is good at hovering. We've got card number 34. I want to say that 3 and 4 is 7, and for me 7 is heaven, divine things, and divine intervention. It's all about fate, and I want to say that that's what's here and now for you. That it's time for you to take control of your life, Leo, and live it the way you want to live it instead of letting other people tell you how to be. And when they tell you to take off your wings, push them off your unicorn. You get to be who you want to be. Cats are also very intuitive, quite psychic. They're known to be protectors in homes of evil entities. Boundaries. You are slamming down some boundaries. I love it. It feels very liberating. You are putting down boundaries on people right now, I think. Now, I always say it the wrong way. You're not putting boundaries down on people. You're putting boundaries down on yourself. So you're saying if they do A, they're always going to get B. So you're trying to teach them how to treat you now. So you are putting boundaries on yourself that if this person does this, I'm out. That's the boundary. It's not that I'm going to let them step over the boundary. It's like, if you say one word about this, I'm out of here. It might be a boundary like that. All right, bottom of the deck says expansion. You are growing. That's what it says here. You're in freedom and surrender. You've realized that, you know what? I can't please everybody all the time. I should be pleasing myself. And that's what's going on here. Expansion. Pursuing bigger and greater endeavors. I don't need to worry about this crap anymore. It throws you right into celebration. It says here, admiration for your hard work is coming. There's going to be someone who is going to notice this change in you and say, hey, wow. You, the person that used to listen to everybody else all the time and ignore the self, you're finally stepping up for yourself. Tell me about surrender. I love that card for you. I can release my need to control, because that is a tough thing, especially if you're a fixed sign like you. I'm a fixed sign, so I get it. It can be hard to release your need to control, or possibly your need to control things came to you at a very early age because you may have grown up in a place that was out of control, right? So we have the 9 Pentacles here. I feel as though the control that you are surrendering is your pentacle world, I want to say. So it's not just money, but it's like business, it's children, it's your job that you work at. Whatever it is, I feel like this is what you're surrendering to the universe and saying, if I'm to be the 9 of Pentacles, then here it is. It's all for you. I'm doing it all for you. It feels like somebody is releasing the energy of a confident energy to the universe, saying, look, I don't need to be in control anymore. I know that it's up to you. And I feel like the universe answers back in some sort of independent energy. Claim your independence, right? You're surrendering because you're about to claim your independence. Feels like a little bit of a rock bottom to me. Yeah. The 6 of Wands, we have freedom. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. 6 of Wands. You know what it is? You're just going to go for it. I think that you are whatever it is, if it's a person, a place, or a thing, or job, whatever it is, the Six of Wands tells me you're going to have victory. So you're going after your own happiness now. You're giving yourself the freedom to get the victory. You've come from a hard place, is what I want to say, is that you've had a hard childhood, you've had a hard time in life up to here, and I want to say that you have just given yourself permission to get victory. You've given yourself permission to, regardless of what you've come from, get the victory anyway. And I think that's pretty beautiful. Because the person, the Six of Wands, is very brave. Everything that was sent to kill them just made them stronger. I think that's you, Leo. Feminine or masculine? It's coming to an end. You are dropping your burdens. Card number 13, what's coming to an end? It's the burdens. Yeah, you've decided that you're just going to start doing whatever you want. Look, people are gonna say what they're gonna say about you. Let people be who they're gonna be. Be yourself. Drop your burdens. Decide that you're going to be independent, that you're going to end anything that does not serve you. It's time for you to have the victory here. Tell me about the boundaries. Page of Wands. All right. It feels like you want to connect with someone. You want to reach out to someone, but you need to make sure that your boundaries are in place before you do that. Because it feels like you have surrendered, which means you've healed, which means you're seeing things differently. I think that what you're realizing now is that you're worth the Six Wands. You're worth the victory. It's worth it to be happy. It says claim your independence. I feel like you want to drop some burdens because it is time for you to do things that are going to benefit you. And I think that you're going to drop these burdens. The victory you want is sending some sort of a message to someone, possibly. We have the Eight of Cups, someone that you've not been speaking with, but that you might want a second chance with. Could be someone who is Taurus, that is the Hierophant, or it could be someone who is very, see, Eight of Cups, Judgment. Judgment is Cancer and Pisces, Virgo energy for me. Judgment, getting a second chance, or making a big decision to possibly go back for the Two Cups. They may lay with the Hierophant. Maybe you're looking at some sort of, I think that you're wondering if this person is going to want a commitment right away if you take a second chance. You're wondering if you go to them with a commitment, are they going to do the Eight of Cups thing and just pull away from you emotionally? You don't really know what this person wants, but you want the adventure. The Tower falls here, and then we have the Four of Swords. I feel like there's going to be some healing here in the future with a soulmate. Eight of Cups. Right. Let's figure it out. Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, please. Too many. Leo. Three of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Four of Wands. Wow. Okay, so I feel like you are going to reach out to someone. It's been bothering you that it's been silent with them, I think, or you've been sad that that it has been silent. I feel like you are going to be the one that's sending the message here with the Page of Wands energy. The Four of Wands tells me that you're dropping your burdens. I feel like you need to speak to this person, whoever they are. Your person, you want to speak to them about the Four Wands, that possibly moving in together, or are we going to move on from here? Like, are we going to be able to find something that's stable? I think this is what's going to allow you to drop your burdens here. The burdens I feel that you need to drop are silence. pretty much. I think it's been very burdensome that you have been silent with this person. I really do feel that it's time for your victory. So you do have something coming up that's quite life-changing here. But I understand, I think it's because you changed your mind, because you now have a different perspective of things. It feels like there is this friendship back here, is what I want to say. There is a friendship or a friend of a friend, someone that you know in the 3D have a partnership with. This person could be single. I feel like you want to invest in this person, this friend. I feel like you want to talk to this person about the victory. Look, I feel like you're doing that because you've decided to throw all the cautions to the wind. I don't care if we have an age difference. I don't care if our skin colors are the difference. I don't care if our cultures are the difference. I don't care what the differences are. I just want to talk about this victory. Can we talk about it? And the Ace of Pentacles is here. I feel like you have an offer for someone and you need to open conversation. I think something ended for you guys, and I feel as though you want to kind of pick up where it left off. I think that you are going to send some sort of a message to someone, Leo. And tell me what the challenge is in the week ahead, please. Challenge is the Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be a lot of changes. If you reach out to this person with communication, they're going to want honesty, truth. They're going to want it all on the table before they make any decisions about anything. I feel like the challenge comes up as the Wheel of Fortune because of the change. Because you're a fixed sign and you don't like change. Change is hard. But there's going to have to be a lot of changes because this conversation is about to get really honest. I feel like you're being honest with yourself and the people that you're deciding you no longer need in your life, and you're making a push towards some sort of Four of Wands here, like a family. It feels like you no longer want to be burdened by keeping silent. I think that there's a conversation that's going to be had here, and I think that you could be dealing with someone who is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo, like you. The thing is that the Wheel of Fortune is going to produce something really beautiful, which I think is like a union here, or someone that you end up moving in with or getting very serious and having a stable relationship with. But I feel as though that these changes are hard for you, so it might take some time. Tell me about this message. Yeah, it's a good one. I feel like you do want to open this conversation that I feel like you are headed towards the Four of Wands, this stable relationship. We've got the Sun here, and then we have the Hierophant, and we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. I don't think that you're going to be ready for a serious commitment right away, or ever. Like, I don't know, ships aren't coming in, right? So I think that we're going to test this. It's like a testing ground here. It feels like you just really want to try and grow in a very solid and slow way. That's what it feels like. All right. I think that's it here. Just listening, hang on. Where are the boundaries? The boundaries are, it feels as though you need to have the courage to tell this person that you haven't spoken with in a long while that you really do have feelings with them. The boundary is, I feel as though you can't be crowded, is what I want to say, because the Knight of Pentacles shows up. That sometimes there's going to be times where it's going to take you a long time to make a decision or to get back to this person. It feels like something to do with a long time. Having the courage to wait until I get bigger feelings. Having the courage to wait for the Knight of Cups to come round. So I think that the boundary is, let's do this if you want to do this, but it's got to be slow. I'm willing to stick around. I think I know what the value is here, but I feel like it's just, it's going to be challenging. The Wheel of Fortune is, there's beautiful things coming for you. The challenge is, the beautiful things are going to cost some change. And so you want to go slow with the change. And I think that's a great idea. I think you're going to ask this person out in the week ahead. I feel like there's going to be communication. This person, I think, is disappointed that there's been no communication. We've got the Seven of Swords, which can indicate that things have been quiet because someone's standing on a point, but we're getting bored with it. I feel like the Judgment card is here with the Ten of Cups because I think that's what's at stake. Yep, I think if you go forward, you get the 10 cups, but I think that you have to be the one that reaches out. Unless you are the Empress, you'll be the one who reaches out. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I will be back, of course, as I always am. And thank you for all the ways you've been loving me. Thank you so much. I'm going to go for now, Leo. I'm out for now. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, Sagittarius, my Sagittarius lovelies. I am a Sag rising. Thank you so much for clicking here. Let's get through your energy. You already know the deal. I said it all up front. And let's get through some oracles for you here, Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius for the week ahead, please. Anytime you find this reading, it will be for the week ahead. And Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag for the week ahead, please. Sagittarius, the week ahead. Okay, what's this? There's going to be some transformation. Something is changing, Sag. Something in your midst is changing. Failure. We've got fear on the bottom of the deck. The Death card says, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. I want to say something that ended. Something in your life has ended. There is going to be a new beginning here. It says, failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings. It could be somebody who felt maybe that they let go of something prematurely, a relationship of sorts, maybe a job. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. We've got fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Fear of failure in love. I understand that the mistake is an opportunity to learn. It feels like something came to an end and someone feels as though it may have been a mistake for some of you. For others of you, I feel like that you're kind of blocking yourself as it pertains to love because you don't want to make mistakes. You have a fear of making mistakes, a fear of failure. I think you're going to be out of this energy soon because the Death card is here. I'm going to say don't get too hung up on the energy. I feel like the Death card, though, is telling me that there is sort of a major change at the way you look at opportunity or the way you look at making mistakes. Because, y'all, we have to make mistakes in order to get our lessons. I'm not saying go out there and do something crazy. I'm saying don't try not to play chess with the universe. You can't play chess with the universe. It is what it is, and it's going to end up being what it is, regardless of whether you worry about it or you think that you're going to meet this person at a party on a Tuesday, but you end up going on a Wednesday. You can't play chess with the universe like that because it is what it is. We've got two here. We'll take them both. We have freedom is yours. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Freedom is yours. Now, if I'm being honest, it did come out in the reverse. Be playful, the sandpiper spirit. You feel like you don't have the freedom to be playful. I want to say that you are probably someone who's quite psychic. Sagittarius, that is something about your sign that a lot of people tend to overlook, but you are someone who horses are very intuitive, right? All animals are. That's the only way that they know what's going on around them and try and keep themselves alive. But the horse for sure is quite psychic energy. For those of you who have been around a horse, you know what I mean, right? This horse can either be spooked by someone's energy or can be just loving and basking in that energy. I want to say that if you are to get reciprocity, if you are to reach out to someone here, I feel that it's telling me that it will be reciprocal. But the freedom is yours to reach out, is what I want to say. And be playful. If you decide to reach out to someone, be playful. And I always say, of course, you'd be the one reaching out unless you're the Empress, because the Empress doesn't chase. We have card number 51, which is a 6. Be playful. It could be 6 to me is the Lovers, which means you may have a choice of a lover. And the freedom is yours to pick. And I feel like you're to give most of your attention to the one who is giving most attention to you, the one who's being very reciprocal with the energy. Bottom of the deck, we have Love is All Around. All right. Card number 41 is a 5. Maybe you don't quite feel it, though. Maybe because of this mistake that had something end in the past. But I feel like whatever ended is just about to begin again. Look, we just stepped into the retrograde energy. We just stepped into the retrograde shadow period, which is 2 weeks before the retrograde. The retrograde's on the 23rd, and we just stepped into the shadow period. So we also have Venus in retrograde, and so whether you want it to be or not, there's going to be some other people that are going to be coming back into your life. It's going to be your freedom to choose, though. We have passions. Don't be afraid to fail. Again, we talk about failure. Don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. And then we have divine timing. Everything has a higher purpose. Okay, so something ended between you and someone else, Sagittarius. It's about to come back around because divine timing is here. And we have you're being asked not to be scared to fail, even though it may have failed in the past, I feel. But it's now divine timing. So I feel like in the past, Sag, it may have been right person, wrong timing. And sometimes that can happen if we push the issue, right? If we don't allow time for things to unfold on their own and we keep pushing it, this is what can happen sometimes. It can break. Yeah, instead of allowing it to unfold as it will. We have a past life connection. That's why you can't get them out of your head. You cannot stop thinking about them. All right. Let's throw some tarot at it, see what's up, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please, for the week ahead. Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius. There's something that ended that just needed to give time for it to grow. There needed to be a period of silence. I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now a movie that I've seen a billion times, which is Eat, Pray, Love. And it's the part of the movie where he wakes up in the middle of the night in the bed, the boyfriend does, and realizes that she is on the floor. And she doesn't know if she wants to stay in the relationship. It's like she's with him all the time, and he says to her, "Don't you want to have me miss you?" It almost feels like that there need to be a pulling away so you two would understand that you really do miss each other. Because being together 24/7 is not the answer. No. You want to kill that relationship dead in a few months flat? Get in someone's space and don't let them get out. Everybody needs their autonomy. You all need to be independent in your relationships. Tell me about death. So somebody here is worried that this thing has ended and will never come back together. Somebody is worrying about the future. I think it's disturbing sleep patterns, possibly. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. Card flew on the floor. Where did it go? There it is. All right. There she be. All right, bottom of the deck. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. So you're waiting. No one's taking action. You know, because you're the Empress, that you are not taking action. The Empress is Taurus and Libra, but you could be the Empress, right? You could be encompassing the energy of the Empress. Who is that? Someone who is very connected to the universe, is in co-creation, whether that's with children or ideas or creative things or businesses. This is someone who is very connected to the universe, but is very balanced, because she is the energy of all the queens. I want to say that if you are the Empress, it feels like you have not been taking action on this connection. Bravo to you. The Empress doesn't chase. Somebody has walked away from you. I want to tell you that they're coming back, and they're coming back in a passionate way. Good for you. Good for you for not chasing. I'll leave this here. All right, let's clarify just a little bit for you. I feel like, yeah, it's the right timing. It's what it is. We start this reading with and end this reading with the transformational energy. It's divine timing. I feel like if you were together with someone before that you feel is a past life connection, that it will come back together, but it looks like there has to be transformation on both sides. Both of you need to realize that there needed to be a parting. It was divine timing that you come together now, and that you had to be apart. So, I mean, a lot of people get super angry when someone takes time for themselves to see if they can heal some of the things that they don't want to repeat in cycles. And some people take offense to that. How dare you not text me while you're trying to heal? Yeah. Take your time. Heal it. Look at that. We've got death and we've got transformation. I want to say that you can stop worrying about it. Yeah. That you can stop worrying about. I feel like what you're worried about is that this is never going to come back together. And I say to you, whatever's meant for you will never pass you by, and that you call in what you are, not what you want. So there's a few things to think about there. Sift through that information. That might give you more of an indication of what's going on here. We've got the Three of Cups. So it does feel like somebody wants the opportunity to move forward and to learn, because somebody values now what they lost. So I feel like that was the energy that was supposed to transform here, that we were supposed to figure out that we really do want to be with each other by having separation. I feel as though you are either going to reach out to someone or they're going to reach out to you. And again, that depends on if you're the Empress, because the Empress does not chase. If you're any other energy other than the Empress, you're probably getting ready to reach out to this connection that had ended, actually. There has been an ending here in this connection. We have the King of Wands. Somebody is taking action here. Taking action because I feel that they feel it's divine timing, Sagittarius. And the universe is kind of pushing them. I think it's been a long time since you spoke with this person. The Knight of Pentacles is present. It feels like this divine timing has taken forever to come together, is what I want to say. But there is transformational energy here. The King of Wands wants to shorten the gap between you and him. He, she, feminine, masculine, whatever it is, King of Wands, we all have those energies, feminines and masculines, all of us. I think that the King of Wands is coming in pretty serious. There has been an ending here. There has been an ending, and it feels like somebody has figured out their psychic energy, and I just read this as freedom to be yours, but it says freedom is yours. I feel like somebody has given themselves freedom to be yours. It could be someone who is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Could be Scorpio. What's the challenge for the week ahead, please? The challenge for the week ahead is the Hermit energy. Somebody here is holding back, Four of Pentacles, because they don't know if they have enough wisdom over the situation. Somebody's been holding back from reaching out to you, Sagittarius, because they feel as though they've missed out on this opportunity, that they failed to understand the situation. This person understands that the opportunity to make a mistake is a blessing, really, because it just allows you to give you an opportunity to learn, to look at a situation with different perspective. The 10 is here, which tells me that this person feels like they ended the cycle with you, but they're still holding on to you energetically, and that's why I feel like they're going to reach out to you. I feel like they just need to have, your person needs to have peace. The 9 of Swords is here with the Death card, and that gives me the energy of that I just don't want to worry about this anymore. I can't sleep. It's always on my mind. It's ever repetitive. I just need to drop these burdens that are on my mind. And I think that's why somebody reaches out to you. And this person you haven't spoken with in a while, because the Hermit is here, Virgo energy, and it's about going inward. It might have been the King that went inward. I want to say that maybe the King wasn't a king when they went inward. We do have the King of Wands here, though. The King of Wands was the one who went silent, I feel. Their Aries, Sagittarius, Leo doesn't have to be a fire sign, but it feels like this person is someone who leads with their heart, with their passions. Passions, yeah. Up here. Don't be afraid to fail. So it looks like this person is being brave. They're deciding that they're not going to be afraid to fail. And because it feels like somebody here wants to reach out to you because they feel as though they may have missed out on the 10 of Cups. The freedom is yours. The freedom is yours. It's going to be your decision to make. Be playful. Tell me about the 3 of Cups, please. Yeah, this person's holding back. You know, it feels as though that it's fear, it's doubt in themselves. And they feel like they pulled away from you, and so they don't know how to reattach themselves. I think that's why the challenge is the Hermit mode, because this cycle has already come to an end, and the King wants to take action to open it again because something has ended, so something must begin after a long while. It feels like this King is about to take action. So this person could be any sign, but I feel like they're in the energy of the King of Wands, which is, I want that, I'm going to get it. Because the King always gets what they want. And this person is sitting on their throne despite what they've come through in this life. The King of Wands is forged through fire, and that means they've had a hard time in his life, in the past life. This person leads with fire because that's how they know how to get through stuff. And I think what this person wants to do is reconnect with you and transform the energy here, because they haven't talked to you in quite some time, and they feel now that it is divine timing. Yeah, they're trying to find the courage to move forward because they know that pulling away from you now was a mistake. Yeah. They tried to find the courage to pull away, and now they're bored. They're bored, and I feel like somebody's about to make a decision to contact you, to call you, or to communicate with you. There's 2 swords here, which is a decision made. And I feel like there is going to be communication here. Communication is, this person has all the aces. This person may have had a major ending in their life. There is a major ending between you two, I think, and that is that I feel like the King of Wands is manifesting you, and I feel like this chapter must come to an end before something else can begin. Because this chapter is one of learning of lessons. These lessons, I feel, have been learned, and so we don't have to go back. We don't have to go back and look at these lessons again. Someone lost you, and now they realize how very valuable you are. I feel like this person's still holding back, unfortunately, in the week ahead, though. I feel like they're holding back from making communication with you. We have the 7 of Cups. Somebody's feeling overwhelmed, holding their ground. They could be holding legal ground right now for some of them. Maybe they're, it could be an overwhelming time of legal things that are coming into fruition for them, that they've been holding their grounds. It feels like they want happiness, and they want the 4 of Wands, Somebody wants to be seen by you. It almost feels like a little bit of being stubborn. That a 7 of Wands is a little bit of stubborn energy. I'm holding back. But the thing is that you're holding back here, but it feels like if you go forward, you do get some balance, even though it feels overwhelming. It will balance itself out, but you won't allow it to happen because you're scared of failure. I don't think you're going to fail. I think that it's going to end up being a really beautiful situation. The 9 of Cups wish fulfillment is here with the 4 of Wands and the Sun. Look, it's going to be beautiful. You're going to get your star and you're going to invest there down this new path of passion here. It's time to be open and honest. It's time to break the silence here. All right. I'm going to leave it there for you, Sag. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you so, so much. My Sagittarius peoples, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to be back, of course, because I always come back. Love y'all. Bye-bye.